Hi guys, welcome back to Dr. AI YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to talk about cells of connective tissue. As we know, connective tissue has two main components as cellular components and extracellular matrix. Extracellular matrix is with fibers and ground substances. And when we talk about cell types, there are 5 major cell types in connective tissue. They are the common cell types we can find in connective tissue. So they are macrophages, mast cells, fibroblast, plasma cells and adipocytes. So we can remember these 5 cells easily by this term as FM plasma. F mean fibroblast, M mean mast cells, Plas mean plasma cells, M mean macrophages, and A mean adipocytes. So in this way we can easily remember these 5 cell types as FM plasma. So now let's move to macrophages. Macrophages are derived from monocytes. We know that monocytes are type of WBC. WBC are engaged in our immune system. So these macrophages are also type of that, and therefore the main function of these macrophages is phagocytosis. As you can see in this diagram also, these macrophages are irregular shape and they have short branching projections like this. Okay. There are two types of macrophages as fixed macrophages and wandering macrophages. From these two names also we can remember those as, because fixed macrophages mean they can't move, they are fixed. Wandering macrophages mean they can move, okay? We can see fixed macrophages in lungs and spleen. So wandering macrophages are more in tissue and they gather at infections. Now let's move to fibroblast cell. When we tell that blast cells, every blast cell is doing something, that they all do the same thing as they secrete or produce something. We know that chondroblast cells, they produce cartilage. When we talk about osteoblast cell, they produce bone matrix. So here fibroblast, these cells secrete the fibers and components of ground substances. So they also secrete something. You can easily remember that as here also the blast word is there. Secrete fibers and components of ground substances. As you can see in this diagram, these fibroblast cells are large flat cells with branching processes. And the other special thing about this fibroblast is these cells present in all connective tissue. Present in all connective tissue. And also these fibroblasts are responsible for scar tissue formation and repair after injury. So now let's move to mast cells. These mast cells contain chemicals such as heparin and histamine and proteolytic enzymes. So these are released in injuries such as trauma or infection. And also these cells are found alongside the blood vessels. Okay, now let's talk about plasma cells. Plasma cells are developed from B lymphocytes. B lymphocytes is also a monocyte. That means these plasma cells also engage in immune system of our body. So these plasma cells secrete antibodies. Okay, so these are found in gastrointestinal tract, respiratory tract, salivary glands, lymph nodes, spleen and red bone marrow. Now let's move to adipocytes. Adipocytes, they are related with adipose tissue. So it means they contain fat. So these adipocytes found deep to the skin and there are two types of adipocytes as white adipose cells and brown adipose cells. White adipose cells mean they have a larger fat globules and in brown adipose cells they have small fat globules and they have much mitochondria. So these white adipose cells store fat. White adipose cell store fat. And these are brown adipose cells. There are main functions in these brown adipose cells as they metabolize lipid and generate heat. And also uncouple with cellular respiration. These adipocytes are mainly found in infants. And also these adipocytes in adults function as thermogenic cells. So there are two types of adipocytes as white adipose cells and brown adipose cells. These white adipose cells can be seen in yellow bone marrow and these brown adipose cells metabolize lipid and generate heat, uncouple with cellular respiration and mainly found in infants. and they are in adults also, but they function as thermogenic cells. So that's all about these cells of connective tissue. There are 5 types of cells as macrophages, mast cells, fibroblast, plasma cells, adipocytes. You can easily remember through this term as FM plasma. And there are special features of these cells, and I have already described it very clearly. I think you could understand it very well. So if you like this video, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you guys.